What's going on, everyone? It's Super here and welcome to another Injustice 2 video, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about the next character reveal. Yes, we already have a date for the next character reveal. I'm also going to be going over a little breakdown from someone who has actually already played Swamp Thing, and I thought the article and the breakdown was very interesting, so I wanted to share it with you guys here. But before I do that, as always, if you guys could please leave a like rating on the video, and let's try to hit over 500 again. You guys have been amazing, especially with yesterday's videos. Just want to thank you guys so much. It's definitely helping the channel grow a lot, getting really close to getting 200,000 subscribers, so it's going to be awesome. And by the way, if you guys missed any of the videos from yesterday, of course, they're going to be linked in the description. One applies to this one, of course, because we are talking about new characters. And the new character reveal date is going to be February 23rd. That is next Thursday. And Thursday is normally not a day where NetherRealm shows off new characters. So I'm kind of curious to see if maybe on Thursday NetherRealm is going to hold a combat cast, and during the combat cast maybe they have like the character reveal. Who knows? But regardless, next Thursday we're going to get a brand new character reveal. Of course, like I mentioned before, NetherRealm did say, or the guys over at NetherRealm, Tyler and Derek, did say they might have one more combat cast or Watchtower stream this month, but once March starts, they're gonna be pumping out a lot of them, so I'm really excited. We're already getting a bunch of information, confirmed or otherwise, because of course yesterday, if you guys missed my video, the Injustice 2 mobile app actually was soft launched in the Philippines. So a lot of players from the Philippines, or a lot of players who found out about this and switched like their locations to the Philippines, got access to this Injustice 2 mobile app, and we got many confirmed characters now from the mobile app, like Scarecrow, like Cyborg, like our first look at the Flash and Hal Jordan, and how they look, or how they're going to look in the game. I go more in depth on my video, so of course it's going to be linked in the description. But talking about the character reveal, it could be any of those specific characters, or it could even be a brand new character that we have no idea is going to be in the game, like they have been doing. We've actually been getting a lot of curveballs as far as character reveals, because who thought that Swamp Thing was going to be revealed, right guys? Who, like, honestly, did you really think Swamp Thing was going to get revealed this early? I called him to be in the game, but I didn't think he was going to be revealed this early. And of course, who knew that Cheetah was going to get revealed along with Poison Ivy and Catwoman in the same trailer? It was pretty crazy. So as far as the character reveal, it could really be anyone. I'm looking forward to see someone who is a complete surprise that we don't know about. Someone like Firestorm will be really, really cool, because he's someone who I don't think a lot of people are expecting to be in the game. But of course, he is on the leaked character list for Injustice 2 that, is pretty much confirmed 100% now, via especially the mobile device confirming like Scarecrow and Cyborg and all those different characters. So, Firestorm would be really, really cool to see. That's personally who I want to see for this next character reveal on, next Thursday. I want to see Firestorm, because his gameplay is probably going to be one of the most interesting. Not only that, but his gear is going to be absolutely sick as well. Dr. Fate, the same thing as well. I really want to see those characters, but Firestorm, in my opinion, he's my #1 pick as far as new character reveals. And that's going to be it for that portion. Now let's go on to Swamp Thing, and a little breakdown from someone over at IGN who actually got invited to go to NetherRealm Studios and play with Swamp Thing, which is pretty fucking cool. I'll leave the full article in the description. I'm just gonna briefly summarize it for you guys, for like the important parts where he talks about moves. So here we go. He described Swamp Thing. First of all, he said Swamp Thing was one of the most unique characters he's ever played in any fighting game. And he said that, he just found the character to be a lot of fun. He was described as a zoner / grappler. So pretty much what Swamp Thing is going to be is sort of like a replacement to Solomon Grundy. And it might make a lot of you guys sad that we're probably not going to see Grundy anymore, which was kind of expected, to be honest. But you guys will know more about what I'm talking about with the replacement of Solomon Grundy a little bit when I talk about his command grabs, because he is a grappling character. You could tell by the gameplay footage in the trailer that he did not have a lot of combos. He is a grappling character. But first, let's start off with the, quote-unquote zoning part of him. And it's always good for a grappler to have some sort of projectile, some sort of zoning tool, because, the weakness of a grappling character is to be outzoned, to not let the grappler get in on you, because he's going to, command grab you, and it's not going to be a good time for you. So the low kick, the low kick log, or log kick, the log kick is a low that we saw in the trailer. He actually summons a log from the ground and he kicks it towards you. And the interesting thing about this projectile is that it's the velocity starts off really fast going towards you, and then once it gets close to you, it slows down a little bit, and it does not go full screen. I would probably say it goes 3/4 of the screen. But having a low projectile is very strong, especially for someone who's supposed to be a grappler. And another thing here is that this projectile is pretty slow. He didn't describe it as a fast projectile. It's just more of a way to not get completely bullied by a zoner. It's just a way to, just throw the log out there and maybe advance forward a little bit. Moving on here to the next move, which is called BioFission. And this is the specific move that we saw in the trailer where Swamp Thing is full screen and he summons a clone of himself to come behind the opponent. So that's pretty much what the move is. This move is described to be very slow as well. This move and the log kick are both slow moves, but they're very powerful if you actually land them. So the way this Swamp Thing clone works is you summon the clone and it comes from behind and grabs your opponent. I'm sure it's not going to be a command grab. It's probably going to be, a high or mid grab. And if you're not blocking, then the clone is going to catch you. But the clone is going to be summoned behind you and then just grab you and I guess knock you down. It wasn't really specified what happens when you don't meter burn it. But when you meter burn your Swamp Thing clone, what happens is you replace the clone. So pretty much you take the place of the clone. So the clone comes up from behind, it knocks your opponent down, and then you replace the clone. So you're like right there next to your opponent. So that's what happens with that move. Now let's move on to Vine Grab. So Vine Grab is one of, the grappling moves for Swamp Thing. I don't know if it's a command grab or not. It might just be a regular grab and then the command grab is saved for later. But Vine Grab has 3 different ranges, of course: the close, the mid, and the far away. And the far away one is just one step shy of reaching full screen. So it doesn't completely reach full screen, but it's like one step shy of it. And one interesting thing about the Vine Grab is you could actually aim it up, so you could anti-air people with the Vine Grab. And from the details, it says that you could do it from about mid-screen and it still grabs your opponent from the air. So this might be something very useful versus a character like Superman, who likes to, jump around, jump back, fly forward, and use his lasers. This might be something good against that. Or Blue Beetle. The way I play Blue Beetle sometimes, I like flying around because Blue Beetle has like so much mobility. It's so much fun for me to just fly around all over the place. That's a good move to be like, get your ass on the ground. I want you on the ground right now. So that's definitely a good tool. Like a half screen anti-air is really good. Let's see. So if you meter burn the Vine Grab, all you do is get more damage. You don't get a pop-up or anything like that. So moving on here to the Solomon Grundy type of command grab. So this was the command grab that I was talking about. This command grab has like different layers to it, and it has 3 different versions. So it's called Green Thumb, by the way. The first one does the most damage and leaves your opponent in front of you. So it's a knockdown, but leaves your opponent in front of you. It does the most damage. So that's one like part of the command grab, or one choice that you have for that specific command grab. Let's see, where am I? I'm looking at my notes here, but they're really tiny. All right, here we go. The second version of Green Thumb does less damage, but you can actually side switch your opponent. So that's very good to know, because if you're in the corner, of course, you don't want to be in the corner, especially versus a character like Superman, which you guys are seeing me play on the screen right now, who could do a ton of damage to you in the corner and pretty much like bring the game back with one combo. If you get him in this Green Thumb command grab, you could actually sacrifice a little bit of damage to switch sides. And the last one here seems like it might be the most powerful one, just because what it does the least amount of damage, but it leaves your opponent restanded. So the last one leaves your opponent at a restand, and that's very powerful for a grappler who could go into a command grab again. So we're gonna have to wait and see how plus the restand is, because depending on how plus it is, you know, he might have all the options in the world, and it's the only command grab that people are gonna use, because, you know, you sacrifice a little bit of damage, you leave your opponent restanding, you put him at another situation where he has to guess. And then if he guesses wrong and you do, like, for example, the first command grab, the one with the max damage, that's so much damage in like one offensive sequence. So leaving your opponent restanding for that third command grab is going to be huge. I wonder how much damage you're going to be able to, you know, sacrifice, or what the difference is between command grab number 1 to command grab number 3 that leaves you restanding. So that's going to be very, very interesting to see. And the meter burn version of these moves, what happens is they have different layers, and of course, you know, it has one command grab motion at the start, just like Solomon Grundy, and then you choose, you know, maybe via a direction and a button where you want to go with the command grab afterwards. So you could actually meter burn that part, and in between you choosing the part of the command grab in which you want to go, the max damage, side switch, or restand, if you meter burn that, you actually get life back as Swamp Thing before you go into the second phase of the command grab. So that's going to be interesting to see how much life you get back. I don't think it's going to be too significant, to be honest. It might be like 5%. And of course, you're probably going to deal a little bit more damage to your opponent as well while you heal yourself. So that's the little breakdown from IGN. Pretty awesome that you know, whoever the person is got flown over to NetherRealm Studios to be able to play Swamp Thing, give us a little insight on the character. I really appreciate that. So that's gonna be it, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you guys next time. What's going on, guys? It's Super here. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you guys subscribe or check out any of these videos linked at the top. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time.